Hello there and thank you so much for clicking on my review of the 2023 Mazda CX-50. This CX-50 is a brand new model from Mazda and its closest competitor is the Subaru Outback. Not very many manufacturers these days are going the way of an off-road ready crossover station wagon, but Mazda took the plunge with the newer CX-50. And in my opinion, the CX-50 definitely beats the Subaru Outback toe-to-toe. I had the opportunity to really test the CX-50 on Vancouver Island. I took it deep inland through logging roads and off-road trails to get to one of my favorite lakeside camping spots. Spoiler alert, the CX-50 did awesome. The CX-50 is designed to do two things well. First, the iActive all-wheel drive and 8.6 inches of ground clearance give you the confidence to take the CX-50 onto logging roads and dirt paths. Can you push this thing as hard as a Jeep Wrangler? No, obviously not, but if you're looking to get to your local lake without getting stuck in the spring snow thaw, the CX-50 is for you. Second, the reality is most people will be spending the vast majority of the CX-50's life on pavement. Mazda's engineers really dialed in the handling on road, and the interior is excellent for a vehicle designed to be used for outdoor pursuits. The optional 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine provides up to 227 horsepower and 310 foot-pounds of torque. If you want to tow with this CX-50, towing capacity is rated at 3,500 pounds. In this review, I'll be going over the CX-50's exterior, interior, and performance and handling before I conclude my final opinions. So let's get this review started with the exterior. The Mazda CX-50 comes standard with Mazda's iActive all-wheel drive system that can send power to all four wheels. If you're curious, CX-50s are 100% built in the United States in the state of Alabama, and the CX-50 shares its platform with the 4th generation Mazda 3. I had the opportunity to test the Mazda 3 last year, and I can tell you it had some awesome on-road performance. I'm sure the engineers took what they learned from the Mazda 3 and put it into the Mazda CX-50. There are some notable design features that Mazda implemented with the CX-50. For one, there's black plastic cladding over the wheel wells and lower areas of the doors, which help protect the metal panels from scratching or damage when driving on tight off-road trails. Second, Mazda engineers made sure to keep the roofline as low as possible without sacrificing ground clearance. The CX-50 supports roof racks for more serious outdoor activities, and a lower roofline really helps you want to access camping gear or sporting equipment like a kayak or skis off the roof rack. It's a tiny detail, but a really nice touch from Mazda's engineering team. LED lighting comes standard on the CX-50 on top of auto high beam, which is also nice as well. The CX-50 comes with either 17 or 20-inch wheels. The engines are either the standard 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, which puts out 187 horsepower, or the optional turbo version, which puts out 227 horsepower. Suspension is McPherson strut front and torsion beam rear like the Mazda 3. So now that we covered the exterior and some of the unique features, let's jump inside and see what Mazda has done for the interior of the CX-50. I've always loved Mazda's seating. The CX-50 is excellent. The heated and cooled leather seats are super comfortable and supportive as always, and I love the orange stitching to the seats and cabin panels. Leg and headroom are also plentiful. The CX-50 is very roomy inside and actually feels like you're driving a large vehicle, even though the CX-50 is only a station wagon. The Mazda CX-50 uses soft touch materials. There's not a lot of hard plastic to be found. With Subaru, it's generally the other way around. You're going to find a lot of hard plastics, but not a lot of soft touch materials. The material and build quality for the CX-50 is excellent. All the buttons, fixtures, and knobs feel great to touch and use. For example, when using the climate control system, the buttons are laid out intuitively and it's really easy to adjust the cabin temperature or airflow. The CX-50 also has a panoramic sunroof that comes standard regardless of trim level, a very nice feature indeed. The infotainment system is an 8.8-inch screen that is not a touchscreen for the Mazda system. However, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are standard. Mazda system will let you access your media, phone, and vehicle settings. Sound is provided by a 12-speaker premium Bose sound system. Mazda does things a little differently compared to other manufacturers. You control your infotainment system through the buttons and knobs in the center console. You can turn the wheel to cycle through the options or press the button to go directly into your media or navigation systems. If you want to change the volume, all you need to do is reach down and turn the volume knob. Last, the CX-50 comes with a reverse camera and also a 360 camera system to help you see you on the car at slow speeds. Definitely helpful if you're squeezing into a tight parking lot space and you don't want to accidentally nick someone else's car. The CX-50 seats up to 5 and there's lots of leg and headroom for passengers in the rear. If you need more room, you can knock down the seats as they do fold down flat, which will give you more room in the rear for larger cargo. The 650 also comes with a power tailgate. Now that we've talked about both the exterior and the interior, let's put the 650 in drive and hit the road. However, let's start with off-road performance before we move to the on-road performance. The 650 has 3 drive modes. The first is normal mode, followed by sport mode, which retunes the engine for better performance, and lastly off-road, which reduces wheel spin in slippery and off-road conditions. The 650 has an all-wheel drive system, much like the similar Subaru Outback. I was able to take the 650 on some off-road paths and logging roads deep inland of Vancouver Island. As expected, it did great, and I was able to make it out to places that I would have never gone to if I didn't have all-wheel drive or 4x4. The all-wheel drive system also helps in cold and snowy climates if you live in Ontario, or basically anywhere except Vancouver or Victoria. Back on the pavement, the 650 is superb. The reality is that even if you're going to spend the weekend driving off-road to the lake, Monday to Friday, you probably got to be in the office back in the city. The 650 is great on the road for 3 reasons. The first is the suspension. The 650 is great at taking the bumps, but it also doesn't struggle around the corners. I wouldn't say the 650 is a sporty ride, but it's very smooth and it has a very compliant and balanced handling profile. The steering is also nice and decently precise for a station wagon. Second, the 650 with the optional 2.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo engine has a twin-scroll turbocharger, and when you press the gas it is peppy. The 650 can do 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds, which is quite good for such a large vehicle. I definitely like the 650 engine as there is no shortage of power on the 650. You also get up to 3,500 pounds of towing capacity. Last, the 650 is just really quiet on the road, and even at highway speeds, it's a pleasure to either drive or be a passenger in. I've always been a huge fan of Mazda's upscale ride, feel, and handling, and the work their engineers have done to achieve all of this. All said, the 650's onward performance is excellent. So now that we've gone over the 650, I can confidently say that if you're looking for a station wagon type SUV that mixes both on and off-road performance, the 650 is the way to go. Right now, generally most outdoor-minded buyers associate station wagons with the Subaru Outback. Until Mazda released the 650, there wasn't really a lot of competition in that area. However, Mazda really knocked it out of the park, and I think the 650 is the better choice. When tying that both the Subaru Outback and the Mazda 650 both have all-wheel drive and cater people to spend time off the pavement, the 650's superior on-road performance and superior interior take the win, and I gotta give it to Mazda here. And it's not just me with this opinion. In fact, most car reviewers have given a lot of praise to the 650. In fact, if I'm correct, I believe Car and Driver gave this Mazda 650 a 9.5 out of 10. So it's not just me with the opinion that 650 definitely beats the Subaru Outback in a lot of areas. I hope you enjoyed this review and thank you so much for watching. If you like, please leave a like or a sub.